Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today we have a huge airport update of Southwest Florida International Airport, as well as giveaway info at the end of this video, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Without further ado, let's dive straight into this airport update, starting off with this JetBlue Airbus A321 departing for a flight out to Boston. Second in line, we have a UPS Boeing 757-freighter, which will be doing a departure flight out to Louisville. Next up, we have a American Boeing 737-800. This is in the AirCal Retro livery and will be doing a departure flight out to Dallas-Fort Worth. Next up, we have a JetBlue Airbus A320 in the I Heart New York livery, doing a departure flight out to Boston. JetBlue does have a pretty big network here at RSW. We will be starting off with Concourse D. Concourse D houses Spirit Airlines, JetBlue Airlines, and American Airlines. Starting off the concourse, we have a Spirit Airbus A321, just loading on the passengers and crew as well as the baggage for a departure flight out to Boston. Next up, we have a Spirit Airbus A321 with sharklets, just boarding on passengers as well as the crew onto the back of the aircraft, as you can see with the air stairs and the bus, for a departure flight out to Chicago O'Hare. Spirit Airlines does have a fairly big base here at RSW, with over 20 routes departing each day. This particular Spirit A320 is getting the passengers and the snacks and the water on board the aircraft for a departure flight out to Cleveland. Right here we have a Spirit Airbus A320 in the Crayon livery, also known as the Rainbow livery, doing a departure flight out to Pittsburgh. Starting off our small JetBlue hub at RSW is the JetBlue Airbus A321 with sharklets, getting cargo and baggage loaded on for a departure flight out to New York JFK. Then next up, we have a JetBlue Airbus A320 in the high-rise tail, doing a departure flight out to Boston. Then next up, we have a JetBlue Airbus A320 with sharklets, also in the blueberries tail, doing a flight out to Washington National. Right here we have a JetBlue E190. This is in the blueprint livery and is a gorgeous model, as you can see. It is just pulling into the gate from a flight in from Boston. Starting off with our little American hub at RSW, we have a American Airbus A320 doing a departure flight out to Charlotte. Right here we have a American Airbus A321. This is in the new livery, of course, and is getting passengers loaded on, as well as the food and beverages for a departure flight out to Chicago O'Hare, and it arrived in from Philadelphia. Then at the very end of the terminal, we have a American Airbus A319. This just arrived in from Dallas Fort Worth about 40 minutes ago and is doing a flight out to New York LaGuardia. As you can see, it is loading on the passengers as well as the baggage. That does consist of Concourse D at RSW, and now we'll move over to Concourse C. Starting off at Concourse C, Concourse C houses Delta Airlines, WestJet Airlines, and United Airlines. Currently, WestJet is not flying to RSW due to COVID-19. Right here we have a Delta Boeing 737-900ER, loading on some passengers as well as baggage and catering for a departure flight out to Boston. Right here we have a Delta Boeing 737-900ER, loading on some passengers as well as baggage and catering for a departure flight out to Boston. One thing quite interesting about RSW is there are quite a few Delta Boeing 757s. Right here we have a Delta Boeing 757-200 doing a departure flight out to Atlanta. Right here we have a Delta Boeing 757-300, also known as the Flying Pencil, doing a departure flight out to Minneapolis. It arrived in from Atlanta about an hour ago. Right here we have a WestJet Boeing 737 MAX 8 doing a departure flight out to Toronto Pearson. I did mention that WestJet is not currently flying here, but I wanted to put in a MAX 8 as well as WestJet into the airport update. Starting off at the United section, we have a United Boeing 737-900ER. This is in the EcoSky's livery and is doing a departure flight out to Denver. As you can see, it is getting heavily serviced. Right here we have a United Boeing 737-800 in the old livery, getting catered and passengers boarding on for a flight out to Washington IAD, also known as Washington Dulles. And then for the last aircraft here at Concourse C is United Boeing 737-800 in the new livery, doing a departure flight out to Indianapolis. That does conclude Concourse C. Next up we have Concourse B. Concourse B houses Air Canada, Alaska Airlines, Frontier Airlines, Southwest Airlines, and Sun Country. Starting off with the Southwest Boeing 737 MAX 8, just getting passengers as well as baggage loaded onto the aircraft before a flight out to Denver. Before the MAXs were grounded, the MAX at this airport was not a rare sight. Next up we have a Southwest Boeing 737-800 in the Canyon Blue livery, just getting the crew and passengers loaded on, as well as the fuel for a flight out to Cleveland. Right here we have a Southwest Boeing 737-700. This is in the Tennessee 1 livery and is getting passengers offloaded from a flight in from Albany, and it'll be heading out to Chicago Midway in about 30 minutes. Right here we have a Southwest Boeing 737-700. This is in the new livery and will be doing a departure flight out to Milwaukee, and it arrived in from Nashville about an hour ago. Right here we have another Southwest Boeing 737-700 in the Hart livery, doing a departure flight out to Baltimore in about 30 minutes. As you can see, it is loading on the baggage. Before I move on to the next aircraft, I did want to show you guys how this terminal worked, since I actually did go in reverse order. So over here you can see you have Southwest with the MAX 8 and then the 737-800 and then etc. And then if we move the camera over here, here is the Frontier aircrafts. Right here at our small Frontier hub is a Frontier Airbus A320neo in the Bluebird livery, loading on passengers as well as the baggage for a flight out to Denver. Frontier does have a decently sized hub at RSW with about 20 plus routes. Right here we have a Frontier Airbus A320neo in the Champ the Bronco livery, doing a flight out to Buffalo. Today we only have one Alaska aircraft at RSW, which is the Alaska Boeing 737-900 in the Honoring Those Who Served livery, doing a departure flight out to Seattle, and it arrived in from PDX. Then on the back side of the terminal, we actually only have one aircraft, which is the Sun Country Boeing 737-800, doing a departure flight out to Minneapolis-St. Paul. That does conclude today's airport update of RSW. I hope you guys did enjoy. As promised, I said I would give some giveaway info towards the end of the airport update, because I wanted to show my gratitude for all that you guys have done for me and all the support you have shown, which means a lot to me. The giveaway I will be doing is a giveaway of one of the models. I am planning to partner with a company, and I will upload a YouTube video with how to enter. Most likely the way to enter will be you have to subscribe to my YouTube channel, leave a like on the video, and comment something about the model, and I will give more information in further videos. Anyway, I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys did enjoy the video. This did take about 2 hours or so to set up. It is a pretty big airport, and I hope I can do this airport again in the future. Thank you for watching, and have a good rest of your day/night. Goodbye.